What keeps me going is the beauty in the struggle, and I wouldn't say the passion, but the love. Because in most cases, I've heard a couple of people saying that if your passion isn't making you money at that specific time, you should let go of it. But with me, it's a different case. Because when knowing and trusting the process, you tend to actually understand that you won't get there at that specific or particular time, but there has to be other obstacles that you come across. For instance, let's talk about the process. So I'm going to just make an analogy. I'm sorry to be quoting God, but I'm more spiritual in what I'm doing. So in terms of spirituality, what I believe in is, if God had said to us, if God had shown us the destination of where we ought to be at the end, and then he took us back to the process that we need to undergo in order for us to find ourselves at the last end, which is the destination. With other people, it will be simpler. Other people will trust the process and then that go with it right away. And then with others that give up and say, okay, no, you can keep the destination. This is not the process that I'm willing to go through in order to get myself to that other destination. So it's all about the love. It's all about the passion. It's all about the drive that one actually concludes. Because with music, it's a different case, man. With music, it's a very different case. Music is a language. To me, music is linguistics. So with linguistics, we're talking about a certain language that you actually have mastered. So you understand it before you dedicate it to the people. So it's all about you concluding that this is what I'm going to play today, and this is how I'm going to present it to the people, and this is the reaction that I'm expecting, So the question is very broad. So just to sum it up, it's all about the process, it's all about the passion, it's all about the drive that gets you doing it. Because I just wake up in the morning and think about the first track. Let's say I'm thinking about a mixtape, or I'm thinking about a set that I'll be playing on a certain week. So if I have a first track that I've just thought of in the morning when I wake up, so already I have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. I already have an idea of what I'm going through, So it goes a very long way. It goes a very long way, man. It goes a very long way, because when you talk about the whys, why are you doing it? It goes back to saying, what are you gaining from doing it? What are people gaining? Because when you're doing music, it's like you're speaking to the people, you're uttering to a specific audience at a specific time. So why are you doing it? What are they gaining from listening to you for an hour? If you're not in production and you're a DJ alone, you don't do production, you just play. What is it that people should be getting from you? How is it that people should resonate with you when you're at the next gig? So yeah, that's all about. Hence I'm saying the question is very broad, but for now I'll just leave it here as to why am I doing it and what keeps me going. Okay, my advice to upcoming DJs would be: know your strengths, know your craft, master your craft, and know your target market. Because you don't want to be like DJs who feel that they are in the game, or they've been in the game for a specific period of time, and then there's a specific niche that is growing, or there's a specific niche that is paying at that particular time, and then you wanna jump from this specific genre or this specific niche to another one. So it's more like saying, I've heard a couple of people saying, choose a route and then run, So it's more about saying, know first what is it that you want to master. Know first what is it that you want to cater to the people. Know first what is your audience. Know how to cater to your audience. Because if you're still confused and you're going to play to a certain crowd, they're going to follow the confusion that you ought to be bringing out to them. So you should be able to say, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm mastering, this is who I'm looking at, and this is how I present myself. So if you know those things and then you push along with them, you're going to go places. So to DJs that have been long in the game, you have to be persistent. And it's all about creativity. You have to find a niche and be creative in it. If there are certain people, if you've been in a certain niche for a very long time and it isn't benefiting you in any manner, my advice is do not change your craft. No, master it. Find new ways to present it to the people. Find ways in which you can resonate and be new to the people. Present yourself new now and then to that specific audience, because there are many people that I know that have been in the game for a very long time, but because of not doing research, because of going in the drive with experience, it's not working. I mean, it's more like the internet. The internet doesn't care whether you've been there for a long time or what, but if you resonate with a specific audience, you're out to make it more than the people who've been there for a long time. So it's all about choosing a specific niche and then running with it. One mistake that I do not want people to make is affiliating themselves with the wrong people, affiliating themselves with the wrong company, affiliating themselves with the wrong structures. So within the level of who you know, how you know them, what are they benefiting you with, what's their take in your life, because I mean, your company, I mean, you become the people you hang out with, you become the people you resonate with, you become the people you actually spend most of your time with. So that's one thing, or that's one field that I want people to master, and that I want people not to make mistakes on. So you should know the people that you stay, or the people that you affiliate yourself with, as to, are you one with them? Are you one mind? Do you have the same thoughts? Do you have the same passion? Do you have the same character? Because I mean, we're different, in a sense. But when it comes to the music, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to relationships, we have to be with people who actually have the same drive, the same goal, the people who take the same risks as us. Rather be with the people who actually take risks within the same sector, so that you learn from them. Not that they actually have to be playing bigger than you, or they have to be saying helping you and then be the very same people who have helped you, who actually speak behind your back. So if we had the same support structure within the music, the same support structure within the family, that same support structure within humility, I mean, in life would be going places. But we find ourselves being stuck up because we realize at a later stage that the clique that I'm with, it's not the actual clique that I should have been with from word go. It's not the clique that has been supporting me. It's not the clique that I want to grow with, So one mistake is that we realize that in the long run, or at the end stages, one rule I live by is staying true. So that would be staying true to myself, staying true to my craft, staying true to the niche, it's staying true to dominating the sector. It's all about staying true, because the word stay true on itself, it's very broad. So it's all about saying you've chosen a specific sector and you want to master the sector, so you do not jump from one sector to the other, but that is your focus. So when you focused on something, you focus on it holistically. So you do not separate, or you do not actually give yourself to different types or different kinds of sectors, but it's all about saying, this is what I've chosen, this is the route that I've chosen, and this is the route that I'm going with. So that's what I've given up to myself, man. That's what I actually trust, which is staying true to myself. So it resonates with the kind of people that I resonate with. It resonates with the kind of people who happen to be following me because of the grace. It happens to have people who are affiliated with me because of me staying true to myself, because they know that this is what this guy plays, this is what he masters, and this is what he is actually all about. My brand, man, it's Sheikha. My brand is Sheikha, which means miscellaneous. So when we break miscellaneous down, it's composed of different genres, composed of different sectors, composed of different types or models or makes, So my brand, it's more about being in the music or doing the music, although I'm not doing production currently. I'd love to do production at the later stages, but it would be humility behind complimenting people who are doing what I'm doing, complimenting people who are not doing what I'm doing, but are doing good within the human race or within a humus man race, So I'd compliment, or I'd say that people should actually take a look at this brand Sheikha, because I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I do not want to dwell on me not being perfect, which justifies the wrong things that I'll be doing or the wrong things that I'm doing currently. But I want to be true. I want to be true to my craft. I want to be true to meeting people. I want to be true to God. I want to be true to dominion. Because dominion is God saying in Genesis that I've given you dominion over earth and its resources. So dominion simply means that mastering, which gives birth to the word souvenir. So souvenir simply means that free from everyone's influence. So that's my own craft. I'm free from anyone's influence apart from God. The influence that has God in it, that's my brand. And that's what I want people to look out for. Hey yo, this is Sheikha, and thank you for tuning in to Scratch It or Leave It with Tamsin. And thank you very much to my fans. I don't actually look at them as my fans. I look at them as family, because fans are people who follow you, but family is people who compliment you. Family is people whom you compliment. Family is the people within your bloodline. Family is meeting people and having a heart-to-heart with them. Family is people you have the same phenotype and genotype with, So thank you very much to those people who've been listening to my mixes, who've been downloading my mixes, who've been resonating to what I give to them. And utmostly, thank you, man, Tamsin, for recognizing what I'm doing in Orange Farm. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. Much love.